Hey you, my name's the Hobster and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. So, in the last part, we unfortunately lost Mekumaru, or Nekumaru. As we got shoved into the trial last part, we're gonna get shoved right into this trial this part. So, yes, that is it. Let me get water.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me.
So, okay. I always have this happen after I record a video. Usually specifically with like games like this. After I go edit it, this happens every time. I start realizing exactly how stupid I am while I'm editing that video. So in the last part, I had talked about the rotation of the Great Tower, or the tower and the elevator. I'm pretty certain I got it completely wrong because I said that they basically, it rotates, that then the elevator's on one side, but that's not actually true. I don't know. I just started realizing that I had a flaw in it and I can't remember what it was. And again, it's one of those things that I start to realize while I'm editing the video. Yeah, it's always funny to go back and edit parts for, especially if I am trying to discover who the killer is. So, just an interesting thing.
I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
I get the feeling, Akane, you're gonna go off of pure emotions, so.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Yep. All accounted for.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Okay. Okay.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Alright.
Legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
Oh my gosh. Alright, guys. Off topic.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What basis do you have to go off of that?
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
No.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
I mean, it could be. It very well could be. But it's too fast to jump to conclusions because we need the evidence.
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Are you gonna say a hammer?
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if it were true. The only thing at that crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... Well... Yeah. Wire, oil on the floor. What, the hammer? Broken doorknob. Wire? Tipped over pillar? The new looking hammer?
I guess
Is
we
that...
should figure out the weapon first.
Alright. It's been a
The
while.
weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
Let's see,
That
alright.
killer, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
Hold on. There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, I'm so glad I got that first try because it's been a bit.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
With what?
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta? Me?
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
I don't remember if we saw this, but so Nekomaru had the chain necklace. I'm wondering if that chain necklace was actually used to bar up the door.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something... the broken pillar!
I see!
There we go!
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, and it didn't work. Unless...
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy.
Unless the wire was tied to the pillar.
But
Maybe.
there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Yeah, it has everything. No. Shut up.
Well, I guess you're right.
No.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the Killing School life is apparently ruled as suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit
But that's a
suicide.
problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Let's go, Sonia. Come on. Make your argument. Is this one that I can agree with? Maybe, you know, I'm gonna stay on the wire. Oh, pillar fragments? Maybe?
There's
Let's
no
listen
need
to
to
what-
lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
Okay, no.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Maybe.
They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Okay. Is that really it? Maybe something about the wire.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
Wire. Hold on.
What
Hold
about
on.
tipping the pillar over?
Hold on. Wire? Gosh dang it. Alright, whoops. That was nope. Yeah, yep, screwed that up. Okay.
Damn it!
I don't oh gosh, I can clearly tell
There's
it's been
no
a while.
need to lift that pillar.
If
Hold
the
on.
pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
That's
No,
it.
that's
Okay,
wrong.
got it. Jeez. I was right when I initially started this. I'm just
Nekomaru was
stupid.
crushed by the pillar. Then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
Oh, and commenting back on the chains. No, apparently his chain is still there. So I guess that wasn't used to lock.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they
Oh,
didn't
don't feel
tip it
bad.
over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Now he starts talking. Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
Oh, Nagito's gonna hold that information because he Gosh.
You guys, the same as usual.
Why do you people like him? I don't get it. Okay, look. I like the way he thinks in using information at the correct time. I just don't like Nagito. I'll be honest. I don't like him. I don't like him at all.
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter.
Good pep talk, buddy.
What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
I don't like him.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
The
A
wire?
specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
What?
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark davas of destruction.
Huh?
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
I know why, because no, this doesn't have a whole lot to go off of.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Oh, shut the frick up. Shut up.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
So this can't be true, though.
But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Gosh, I can't.
Show. I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
I'm trying to figure out what that would be because I'm stuck on the fact that. Okay, so the room clearly rotates on the. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna let the game do the explaining. This is probably the most blind I've ever been inside of this game right now. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle, though I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Oh, is it the... Hold on. Fuyuhiko's account. Strange feeling in the tower? What's Fuyuhiko's account?
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Okay. This whole time we've been thinking the two towers are the same building, but... There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
And so then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Hey, Nagito, maybe be a little more helpful, you douchebag.
Does that mean he's
Gosh.
wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
I'll be honest, I'm
Then
so
how
lost
about
on this one.
Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
Nah, he doesn't tamper with
But
anything.
Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
These are... I'm sorry, Sonia. These are terrible, okay, oil on the floor, tipped over... Oh, oil on the floor! Hold on. Or the broken doorknob. Oh, shoot. Oil on the floor, broken doorknob. That could be it?
There are many different ways. The body in the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
No. Monokuma doesn't...
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It
With the
seems
oil?
you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Oh, right there! No! Everything! No! Frick! No. Gosh, this stuff tends to throw me off. This particular minigame throws me off so hard. No. It's gotta be the oil.
Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the
I did that the first time. This game's broken.
strong, wielding the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Oh, right there! Game cheated.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor. When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
Shut up, you simp. You absolute
So
simp.
what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or
Yeah, it's
two
probably
different
still
buildings,
one.
then what are they?
No idea, huh?
The mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on one person who has those clues. And they're gonna be a dick about it.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? About the traitor. Okay. If so, why did Nagito say all that all of a sudden? Did something happen
But
to
how
me?
do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
perform the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could he be talking about the life-threatening game?
I see! You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Man, I want to know what it looks like so bad, and I know I...
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket. Finally!
See? This is it.
Yes! Let's see it! Let me see it! As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird?
Where's the other side?
If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense of this picture? The, over there.
Here!
Because we're Strawberry House.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we
or,
thought it was,
Grape.
Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should...
Whoops.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Let's see. Can I actually do like tap? No.
Crap! Here!
Okay, right there. I don't know what I clicked on.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange.
Oh. Our strawberry... Oh, we're strawberry... No. I was gonna say, is it a giant elevator? Like, the tower is literally a giant elevator or something? And that, could strawberry and grape be, like, stacked on top of each other?
This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call.
Yeah, and, like, what, grape is underground?
In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. Oh, that little thing. It was literally just. It was just a ladder, and that ladder probably. Oh my gosh! Does it connect through the painting? The painting right there, up in the top, or the picture. Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint to figure out the mystery behind the funhouse? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor? Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Oh, shoot. Logic dive. Oh, good. Logic dive. I actually like logic dive. Let's go, baby. First question. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Wait. I feel like this is a trick question. They do exist. Okay, I feel like that was almost a trick question. Going fast. Gotta go fast. Question 2. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? They are the same building. They're the same building. Yeah. Look at me go. Question 3. How are Strawberry positioned? Vertically. They are vertical from each other. Alright, cool. Yeah, they're stacked on top of each other.
It's all coming together.
Alright.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was
Underground. Whoops.
Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Strawberry is above. The floor is above Grape House.
I see!
Yeah, there we go. Have to make sure I'm thinking of that
On
correctly.
top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
Yeah, and it's just a giant elevator, right?
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Notice me, senpai. Bro, shut the frick up. Like, I don't mind Kazuichi, but when he talks about Miss Sonia, man, it's so... What? Let's see. Maybe strange feeling in the tower? Because I think that's the one that's like
I'm gonna solve
exactly the
this
same.
mystery in a flash.
Okay, then do it.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
No. No. Hold on. Wait. Let's look at the evidence. Oh, okay. Guess I won't. But something... No. Hold on.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Yeah, okay.
No,
that's what I thought. Sorry.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged and all moved too.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Sonia, turn it on, Kazuichi!
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
Yeah, but that's how they could hide, though.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
It's an
Body
elevator?
moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
An elevator? An elevator? An elevator? An elevator? Alright, let's go. Elevator. Elevator! Look at that. Gosh. That wasn't that hard. Man, I don't... Alright.
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
All right, Sonia, please, please, please put this together. Wait. Oh, hold on. What if the wire was tied around... Oh, what if the wire was tied around the door handle? And it was also tied around Nekomaru. So when it like, that's literally the door. So when it... like, that's the door to the tower, but that's not actually the door in the elevator. So when it was shifting, it literally yanked him apart or something. Oh wait, no. Well, yeah. No, I think that would work. I think that's how it could work.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Yep.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Well, the things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers was literally Nekomaru. Everything except for the room color and the chains, and that's pretty much it. There shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing all of these... they were all huge, I guess. They're all on the floor? They're all on the floor? Okay, that one I didn't know, because technically everything was big.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about that elevator. You can only enter one side at a time. Whoops. No. Hi. Whoops.
I see!
Okay, I guess.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design.
I feel like okay, I see what they're saying. I was sitting there like, this seems so stupid to solve, but then I know why they're doing it. It's because, like, that door it's part of the building, not the elevator. That's what they're saying. Got it. Which is what I said at the beginning.
Which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Wait, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you repair that button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? Totally, yeah, it won't be a problem. You don't need to worry about that at all. Okay.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse.
Okay, that makes sense.
The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Yes.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Sonia oh man, this is funny. Man, Kazuichi, I'm so sorry. So sorry, Kazuichi. Can you imagine if Gundam's actually the killer? And she's just all in on it?
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
I see. Now that you mention, okay, it's gotta be, I think I understand what that elevator is. It's not actually like an up and down elevator. It probably rotates to the other side. That's what it's gotta be, is that because in the original idea, the elevator doors sat like over here. I know that does, this is really hard to explain, and I don't want to get the stuff. So they're over here, but now that we know that they're on top of each other, one elevator door was on this side, the other elevator door would have been on this side. Make sense? Make sense? So when you go into this elevator, it actually just wraps around to the other door. That's probably what it does.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator.
Yeah, because you need to think of it as the tower is the central spot. So it just rotates. It just went around the building pretty much.
Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? It's not that hard to figure out. If the two houses are... No, that's... It has to be just like it rotates around the building. That's what it has to be. And that was one thing I was curious about with the 180 portion of the compass. How can I break through this contradiction? I know how to! I know how to! Kazuichis! Kazuichi... Hold on. Let me quickly... Contact elevator, I think? Hold on.
The two houses...
Hold on. Hold the phone. Is it the contact elevator? No. No. Where's... Kazuichi's account. There we go.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Oh, right there. Boom!
No, that's wrong. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
That. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
See? See? That's what I was trying to explain, but I explained it poorly.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Hey, you're not gonna believe this, Fuyuhiko.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
Well, Nagito, guess what? Not everyone was able to do that. Gosh, he pisses me off.
As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What's an octagon? That's a six-sided shape.
Crap!
Whoops. God, that's 8.
I see!
I don't know why. I was thinking hexagon.
I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Hey, Nagito, why don't you piss the frick off, okay? Alright, the whole reserves thing is becoming old, because clearly, guess what? Me, who plays as, clearly I'm smart. I'm smart.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
So... Wait. Strawberry House? Wait.
Crap!
Wait. What do I do?
Here!
Right there? Okay, alright. I don't...
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Oh. Okay, no wonder I didn't know where it wanted me to click. It's like I knew where it was, but it's that okay.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learn?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse, which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
What?
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The ultimate weapon. That's insane. That's actually wild. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? Does this mean... How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who was the killer who did that? Okay, let's take a little break. Take a little break. Think about life a little bit.
Hiya!
Oh yeah, I have to speak. I have to read.
Why, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monami is a serious
I've never seen that word in my life. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Huh.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly.
Oh, that's why.
The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all 3 of these would be... Ta-da! Stu Fatly. What? There's a fat hidden in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious Stoufatly.
What? Would you like to save your current progress? Yes. Yes, I would. I would. Resume.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
You know what I'll do instead? I will drink water frequently.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just pretend.
Oh, Chayaki, however you actually pronounce it. It's so good, so good.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but...
Hajime is clearly gonna be that.
I will sincerely retract that remark.
Wow.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not. I actually do think he's serious in this part. He is
Anyway,
serious.
If the killer used the building's structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Cause of death. He was horribly damaged if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building's structure. Oh my gosh. I just realized what it was right seconds before it appeared. He fell. Cause they said, oh my gosh. Okay, I understand what happened. He was tied up. Oh, he would have had to have been put to sleep. He would have had to. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not realize the timer. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to explain my reasoning for what I think, okay? He was tied up on that doorknob. Okay? So he was put to sleep somehow. Maybe the hammer actually was used, hypothetically. Broke it open, quickly put him to sleep, hung him. But then that thing, eventually it broke. Whoever murdered went down, out, into grape. They went into grape. So they went to grape. They walked out. They went back to the normal elevator, went back up, destroyed the elevator switch, and then they destroyed the strawberry. But then he fell down, and that's how he hit his head. That's why there was oil on the tip of the pillar. Tip of the pillar, bang. He fell down, crashed, and just completely shattered. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Now, who killed? I don't know. Okay. If I were to go through every single person, no, it was not Nagito. I mean, actually, I think there is one person that I could be a little suspicious of, and I don't know. I don't think it was Fuyuhiko, because he heard the crash. Nagito never heard the crash. I don't know. All right, let me get back on track here. All right, yeah. So he definitely fell. He Does that feel right?
I see.
Am I onto this?
I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
Because there's no roof. It was just floor. And they said only the floor would move.
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
Nope.
That I don't know yet.
No. He was hanging. He would have had to have been hanging at that point. He was put to sleep.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident... No. I know. I understand it. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Strange feeling in the tower. Broken doorknob. Maybe broken doorknob?
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Hold on.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Ooh, I might need to hold that one.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
Oh.
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
No, he was asleep. He's put in sleep mode.
Of that elevator.
Good night button. Good night button. Yep. Good night button. There we go.
You can't go through the door on the 4th
All right. Yep.
It'd
Got
be
it.
impossible to shove off the...
Yep.
After locking Nekomaru inside, they moved the elevator from the 4th and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
Moving. Boom.
No, that's wrong.
Yes. I think I now have this nailed down. I just don't know who would have
Only
killed.
work if something is moving.
Actually, okay. You know what? I feel like we can. Truthfully, I think we can nail down maybe who it is. I'm wondering if it actually is one of the guys. Minus Hajime. So anyone that was in Strawberry. I think it might have been one of the guys in Strawberry. I don't think it was Fuyuhiko. His account was that he was staying. He saw him walk away, but he sat in the lobby area.
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
So then, okay, I guess there's only two people I can think of. Would be Kazuichi and Gundam. I don't think it would have been Kazuichi because he would have been trying to actively like stall everything, and unfortunately he's too stupid to go into the final dead room. I really think that. I'm wondering if Gundam actually is the one that killed. I really don't think it was any of the girls because Hajime can kind of. It might have been Gundam. Gosh, I don't want to think that.
His sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from, yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
A way to create the drop from inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chaiki seems to have an idea, but what could that be? I really hope I'm wrong on that one. Wire, broken doorknob? Maybe wire?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Okay.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
No.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
No.
What about the oil on the floor?
No.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Oh, I need to shoot it. No, 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 no. I need to shoot it.
How about we all shut up and
Gosh,
listen to what
dang it.
Chiaki
On the floor.
No.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
That one.
Agree with that.
Okay, that's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower and suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy. So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
He hit the pillar.
Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Was it? It cannot be one of the 4 Dark Devas. Did one of the 4 Dark Devas chew it or something?
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
I guess. Well, it could have been. I don't know. I don't know. Tipped over pillar.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
Yeah.
What?
That's also true.
Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Ah, shoot. Well, crap.
Damn it! What?
Hold
Nekomaru
on.
fell on his own?
Clock.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words.
There you go.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
Yes.
Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The happened was because in that case I should use my full power. Oh. Grabbing the doorknob, but Oh. They assumed... Got it. They assumed that with his full power, it couldn't break the doorknob, but apparently... Got it. Okay. That's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
Kazuichi, come on, stop it.
This guy, he gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Yep, he hit the pillar on the side of his head. He collided with the pillar.
See?
Boom! I have this
Nekomaru
nailed.
fell to the floor. He ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. 'Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just another one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue breaking through this contradiction. Okay. The wall clock? Radio clock. Let me listen to it all.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death from the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Yeah, oh.
No, that's wrong.
Got it.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
This time-related contradiction, I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something? Maybe we're misunderstanding something? I think if I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Logic dive. Oh, logic dive. Yay. Kind of like logic dives, but I might get these ones wrong because this one actually is a little weird. Full speed ahead, Captain. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Oh. The time in the building. It's the time in the building. Correct? Yeah. Question 2. Which clock was tampered with? It has to be the building's clocks, truthfully. Okay. Alright, let's go. Which house had the wrong time? Both. It had to have been both. Look at me go! Alright. I don't know what this answered, but...
It's all coming together! You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
Oh, actually, you know what? That does make a lot of sense. Because they were shocked by the clock going off. And he was trying to shut it off.
This is truly fantastic!
Oh, shut
Now's
up.
not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right. The main problem. I need to clarify how much time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. Well, it's what, like 30 minutes or something? Hold on. Whoops, wrong button.
If the
Hold
time
on.
in the building...
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's go look at the rumbling at like 5:30. Oh. Okay, so it's gotta be like Akane's account or something.
Then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be?
No, okay, I
In
think I was supposed to
our
shoot that
time.
one.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Oh! Boom!
I agree
Hey!
with that.
Okay, that was it. Right there.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
If that rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30, it's like the answer... So it was up by like 2 hours.
I see! Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to lure out only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is the clock's alarm. Wait. Oh, Monokuma Taichi. Was it Monokuma Taichi, I guess.
I see.
Yeah, that's what I meant to click. I don't know why I clicked the other one.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Taichi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
I gotta be honest. This is really, really in-depth. This is really thinking about everything. I don't even think a normal, everyday person could think about this much. I mean, well, alright. So, the creators of the game did, but even so. Like, this is a lot of thought.
And when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Taichi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Geez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Taichi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
It's whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? Is it Gundam? It can't be Nagito because he didn't know about it. Oh my gosh.
Crap!
What? Am I wrong on that?
You're the only one!
It's
The
technically
one who wasn't there.
true.
It's you, right, Nagito?
Okay, I guess they're thinking... See, okay. I feel like I'm taking this from the perspective of Nagito, and it actually would have been... Is that... Because we actually got to play Nagito, I don't think it was him. That feels a little too... Why would he present that amount of information? So, it's not him.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
That's why he's been so quiet this whole time.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
Oh! Was it because they had the fancy rooms that it has like padding in it? Is that why? Is it the rooms that they were in?
It's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Because you were in the fancy room.
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know.
Yeah, it's because they were in the fancy room.
Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common. And I'm sure you'll figure it out.
It's the rooms. It's the rooms. It's the rooms. Oh my gosh. Come on. 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 Hangman's Gambit. Oh, please say it's just 4 letters. Oh, crap. A luxury room, right? There you go. All right, deluxe rooms. I couldn't remember what they were called. I got it. I knew they were the fancy rooms.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
By quality grade, the deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. Standard room is so-so insulated, but it's still pretty decent. The crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent? Now then, you guys must understand by now, right?
Oh my
The
gosh.
true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec! Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer is Amogus. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Is it? I can't help but think it's Gundam. So, no, absolutely not. No, definitely not. No. 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 It's either Kazuichi. I don't think it's Kazuichi. Because he would have, like, purposefully not fixed the elevator. I really...
You're the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
I actually forgot that he had a deluxe room.
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Okay. It's Gundam. You know why? Because he's being dead silent, and we have been we practically reached the end of this.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone and checked the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing?
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but... how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Shoot. Yeah, it was him.
Answer me this. Including myself in my Thor Dark Devas of Destruction, how many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
The bathroom.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
You're for Dark Davis.
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
No. It couldn't have. That elevator could not have been.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House.
No, you could have just gone back up, buddy. You could have just gone back up.
For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing, which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
I don't know.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong? When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Hold on. Fuyuhiko's count. Well, contact elevator. Let's look at that one.
That elevator was...
Hold on. Let's look at the contact elevator.
the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
No, it wasn't.
Damn it!
Whoops. Gosh, dang it.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they hadn't accomplished.
or if there was a secret passageway.
I'm gonna
How
hold
much
that one.
longer do you plan to... Why don't we
I'm
stop
gonna hold
this
that one.
already?
Secret passageway.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
There it is. There it is.
No,
okay.
that's wrong.
Got it. Cool, 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 cool. Sometimes I can't tell the,
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
sometimes with those, I can't tell if it's one where you have to lock in, but I guess it would be a contradiction. I guess if they mention a contradiction, that's when you would do the soak in what somebody said, then shoot.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Nagito, you are free to really make this harder.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, don't be dumb.
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Oh, man. Oh, I love that. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
And you keep making fun of him. You keep degrading him. Gosh, Nagito, you're a prick.
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
He's trying.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
What did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Alright. Showdown rebuttal. Wire. Wire. That's it. Oh my gosh. Wire.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Ah, come on. No! Frick! There we
I
go.
already proved a secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown them, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Shoot. Did I miss it right there? Pretty sure I missed it right
Know
there.
the limits of your own drown in the maelstrom of blood.
There you
Allow
go.
me to cut through those words!
Yeah, I thought I missed it. Sometimes I don't know if there's gonna be further things, you know?
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point.
I'm not even trolling the game at this point. It's not even on
Nekomaru
auto.
wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator
Okay.
was broken. Well,
Look, you could do
it's
my job, man.
obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Shut up.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument.
I'm sorry.
It was just a mere illusion.
Is everyone forgetting his 4 Dark Devas?
If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
There's one of the Devas.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will prove an argument that'll leave you no choice but be persuaded. Panic talk action. Oh shoot, I don't like
I
this.
won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesized! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesized! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesized! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesized! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so
Dark
easily?
Davis.
This is the end!
Boom. Oh no. Oh man.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
What a line. What a powerful line. As long as you had the power of the hamsters. Dude, that line goes so hard.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through supernova silver fox sandy. Press the button. Truly, this is the skyline lamentation art of the demon mouse. Haha, soon the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Oh.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Oh, he's been cornered.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so let's see what to do. Hamster pressed it. Okay, cool. What time did he see him? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, who heard the rumbling noise? Jeez, I'm so dumb. right there. Okay, cool. You gathered at the lounge. No, here's the fake weapon. Oh, there you go. This one. The killer destroyed what after leaving? No, not that. That goes there. Destroy those two. Alright, and then let's see. Is it, that one? Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. He's at the... Oh, hold on. Early in the morning. There we go. Last stock. Cool. This one. There we go. Got the chain around the door. Let's see. Oh, that one goes there.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Cool. Excellent.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Absolutely.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, to avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
All right.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Thank you.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Interesting. So he's not taking the path of like, no, it's not me. Or the, throwing everybody off with a whole bunch of reasoning. It's just like, this feels like well, yeah, all right, you got me, I guess. That's what this feels like. A B. Yeah, that checks out. Okay, I need to go spend those. I mean, well, I've been stuck in this house for a long time, so.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
And it was Gundam. Holy cow. Yeah, it'd be bad if I bit my tongue again.
I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yay! I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Well, hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, if I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to one who is lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well!
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What does you mean? Explain! Fine then, I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse, and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back on me. Instead, he chose to fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you this.
He was serious too. He gave it his all to try and kill me.
Huh?
If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru need I. Your blood will drench the foundation of my empire.
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong.
I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation.
Oh, wait! Are you telling us you're just gonna wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Oh, wrong character. Have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog?
Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I would fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that trying to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my
But
tears.
even so, do you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh,
That belief is why you committed your crime?
you...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was a mere child's play.
Well,
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you?
I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There is no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in a 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible.
Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that.
Now then, let us rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay! Got it! I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait.
This is just too much.
Have you?
Please, Monokuma, please help Please help, Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you.
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself.
Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind, however.
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all.
Oh my gosh, don't throw the animals at me too. You know, okay, Gundam, the whole thing is just like, well, okay, I'm not surprised, you know, he's an intense man. But then they throw the four Dark Devas into this too. Don't.
However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness.
Oh my gosh.
That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
This game is just... Gundam Tanaka, Stampede. Oh my gosh. Oh. Gundam. No. No. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chest. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it. Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of crap, every last one of you. But the biggest piece of crap is me.
Worst.
Damn it, why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. Gosh dang, this is what we're left with. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7 of us left. That's... I can't remember how many ended in the first, or in the first game. I'll have to go look at that. 'Cause I get the feeling this is kind of nearing. There might be one more trial. I bet you there'll be one more trial after this, and then the final. The finale. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey, Hey!
So, how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
All right. After feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec. That mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know. It's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then let's go back for now and eat. And then after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished, but despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial, but at that moment we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. And it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was... Nagi, okay. Hold on, does that mean, I mean, I'm not surprised. Hajime actually does have a... He does have a talent. He is an ultimate. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this. This should never be forgiven. Oh crap. Is Nagito oh crap, Nagito's gonna kill next. Oh shoot, I wonder if Nagito's gonna kill next. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Look, he has to be the stepping stone. That's what it's gotta be. And I think he is going to kill, so hope can continue. He is going to be the stepping stone. But he realized, I bet you anything, he realized that he has to kill or something. Even if it costs me my life.
it's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. See? See? He's still going to continue to be the stepping stone. Oh, but crap, he's the ultimate lucky student.
Monokuma appears!
So that might be a little bit of a struggle. All right, Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Ah, perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well.
Well,
It's what I'd like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So, why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room.
Oh yeah? What about it?
There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person. The total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right. I just reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey.
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information?
What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well...
That's not my point.
Right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is.
What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me.
Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, if that's just how I feel, I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff.
Huh. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey.
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is.
I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too.
Well, I knew you would say that.
Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on.
Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what the situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist.
You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky. Hold on. Oh, that's a great little callback, because if I remember right, Makoto was it was originally like he was like the ultimate unlucky student.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Wow.
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is rather a rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope.
The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey.
Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question.
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting?
Five days left. Shoot.
Danganronpa.
To be continued. Oh, Hellhound earring. Oh, man. Yes, I'd like to save. After being released from the funhouse, we went back to living our less than ordinary lives. Alright. I will actually call it right here, because I did save, so I will continue this in another part. But let me give some thoughts, some thoughts on what's going on. First of all, I think he kind of, I'm gonna say Gundam actually probably had the saddest death. Basically, it was like the fact that they were doing nothing. He believes in like doing something with your life, and if you're going to die, then you're going to die. So it's almost like he'd almost rather die than do nothing with his life, if I'm understanding that correctly. And you know, in this very weird way, that's almost like commendable. More in the sense of the game, for sure. But I feel like that's almost one of those weird things where you look at your own personal life and just kind of think, you know, what are you doing with your life? Are you moving it forward, or are you just standing still? Oddly, it's almost motivating what he said. No, it wasn't the best thing. That was not the best outcome, but neither was the situation. The situation just never worked itself out. No, I think that was definitely one of the more interesting ones, and it all had to do with the building, the actual funhouse itself. That's what made that one probably the most interesting. I feel like they almost took Kyoko from the first game and actually split her into two different characters in this. So you've got Nagito, where truthfully, he's finding out the most interesting stuff. He's taking the risks. That's what she did. And then you've got Chiaki. She is kind of more like voice of reason. And I feel like that's how it is with, that's how it was with Kyoko. She was kind of the voice of reason of the group. I will continue this in the next part. And, yeah, we'll see what the next island holds and, well, what the next murder entails. So, Anyway, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please press the like button down below. If you want to see more videos that I've done, check in the description or the annotations in the video. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!